Hello, all of Mum's gorgeous peeps in her universal world of peeps. It's me, it's Kat, not Momma Cherri, as you can probably tell. Reason why I'm doing the dish this week is because Mum's been on my case big time, saying, you don't do anything for the channel, I'm going to do all the cooking, you're at home, yeah? So this is me surprising her, I'm not telling her this is happening. So today I'm making a British standard, which is my version of a cottage pie with Mum's kind of soul food slant on it. So come this way. Please don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to our channel. And if you really love us, maybe join Patreon so we can help us to produce more videos. That would be amazing. Thank you. So the first thing you have to do is peel some potatoes and put them on to boil. Okay, so the potatoes are peeled and sliced, and we're just gonna put them on to boil. Just with some salted water, and we're going to be making mashed potatoes, so you do want them to go quite soft. So I'm going to put them on high and leave them to cook while I go on to the next step. The potatoes are boiling nicely. Here I've cut up some onions, so that's 1 onion and 3 cloves of garlic. In here are some carrots and orange pepper, and then frozen peas and sweet corn. Now, normally I would just use a bag of frozen mixed veg, but I didn't have any frozen carrots, and I did have some fresh carrots, so I chopped them up. The first thing we're going to do is get a pan. This is the pan. A pan, and just whack some olive oil in it. And we're going to do what Mama always does, which is seasoning our pot. So, this is my jar of love dust, which is available to buy from our website, or you can send us an email and we will send it to you. It's delish. And I'm going to put a liberal amount. So I'm just going to cover the bottom of the pan, okay? Straight into the oil, so just burn off some of those spices, and it just means that when I put the onions and all the veg, basically, it will coat all of the veg in the spices. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is add the onions and the garlic to the seasoned pan. Come closer, my love. I've got Tyler. Hi. Filming. So can you see how all of the how all of it is picked up all of that seasoning? Okay, so we just want to sweat those off, but at the same time I'm going to add the peppers and the carrots. Because the carrots are dense, they're going to take a bit longer to cook, and we want them to all cook evenly. And also, if you noticed, I've cut them, I want them all to be like bite-sized, so they're all similar sizes in the pan. So we're just going to leave this to sweat down. And it's been cooking for about 7 minutes. It's just the onions have gone translucent. Well, you can't really tell because it's got the orange seasoning on it, but they have. And I'm just going to check the potatoes, and they're nice and soft. So I'm going to switch those off. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Hold on. So, yeah, and they can sit in the water for a bit. I'm going to mash them in a second. So the next thing I'm going to do is add the mince. Now this is just ground, in America I think you call it hamburger meat. Yeah. It's just minced beef. I'm just going to add that straight to the pan. Just going to break it up a bit. And then I'm going to quickly wash my hands. And in raw meat. Okay, and I'm just going to add a little bit more love dust. Just to the top of the beef. And I'm also going to add some oregano, or as you call it, oregano, on the top. And I'm going to put in a beef stock cube. Bugger. Okay. Just for some extra seasoning. I'm just gonna break that up like that. Oh, that's up too high. Turn that down. There we go. Just like that, just leave it to cook. I'm going to see if I've got some Worcester sauce. If I have got some oyster sauce, I'm going to add it. And if I don't, guess what? I'm not. It's not essential, but it's nice to have in there if you've got it. Okay? So, chuck that back in there. Now that you can see the beef is browned, it's not cooked, but it's browned. So I'm just going to add a little bit of tomato puree to the centre, just a touch, just to give it a little bit of flavouring through. And just give that a stir through. And then I'm going to add our peas and our sweet corn. Stir that through. Now, yesterday I made some chicken thighs and I took the bones out, and so I boiled up the bones and made a stock. So I figured use the stock for the gravy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some of that stock. You can use a stock cube. I mean, there's already a stock cube in there, so if you wanted to just add some water, you could. But it's better if you've got a homemade stock, add it, or get stock cube with some boiling water in the kettle just to top it up. So we're going to pour some stock in, like that. And then I'm also going to add some of the water from the potato, just because it's got some of those nice starches in it and goodness, just like that. And then this needs to simmer. Well, I need to bring it to the boil, and then I'm going to leave it to simmer for about 15 minutes, okay? Just to really get those flavours blended in together, all right? And at that point, I'll probably add a little bit of corn flour just to thicken it a bit so you've got a nice rich gravy, but I'll show you how to do that in a second, all right? Yeah, so I completely forgot to add the salt and pepper. It doesn't need a lot of salt because the Cajun seasoning, or Mama's Love Dust, has salt in it, but it definitely needs pepper. So I'm just going to add, again, if you haven't got ground pepper, you can just add black pepper, whatever you have. It's all about using what you have. So just get some pepper in there. And a little dash, really not too much salt, because, as I said, this Love Dust has got salt in it already. Give that a stir. And as you can see, it's starting to bubble, but we really want that to come to a nice boil. Then we're going to turn it down so it can simmer. Okay? Okay, so now we're going to make the mashed potatoes. I'm going to get a little bit of margarine. Come to the pot. I like real butter, but I haven't got any left, so I'm using margarine. Just as good. And some milk. Yeah. A little bit of pepper. Okay, come and have a look at this. So now it's time to turn it down, okay? So it can just have a nice simmer. Right, and that's it. And then we're just gonna mash these taters. And this is gonna be the topping for the cottage pie. All right? Okay, so I just need to thicken the gravy a little bit because this dish, you want it to have a nice rich gravy. You don't want it to be too soupy. Normally I'd use corn flour, but I don't have any, so I'm just going to use normal flour. So you just get some flour and add some water to it. And then just give it a mix to get rid of the lumps. And then you just add to the dish. And as it cooks through, you should see that it should start to thicken nicely. So you've got a nice thick gravy as opposed to a sloppy. There we go. All right, so we'll let that cook through. Okay, so now we're ready to get it compiled so it can go in the oven to finish cooking. So I'm gonna ladle the meat and vegetables and the gravy into an oven-proof dish. Now, you want it to be quite meaty and quite thick, so I'm going to put about that much. So it's about that's about 2/3 of the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the rest of this I'm going to actually freeze. Can you see me?
Yeah.
We're going to freeze the rest of this because then it's a really quick dish on a day where I can't be bothered or I'm too ill, because let's face it, we all my health problems are ridiculous. It means Tyler or Ellis can get it out of the freezer, defrost it, make up some mashed potatoes, bang it in the oven, and we've got another dish from scratch. Okay, so we're going to top it with the mash. Okay, so once you put your potato on, you just want to smooth it out so it goes to all the edges. And actually looking at it, that's quite a lot of potato.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, that's okay. I mean, it depends on your personal taste. Some people like it to be really potatoey, some people don't. And if you wanted to, at this point, you could put some cheese on the top for it to melt down. I'm not going to do that because Elle isn't a massive fan of cheese in this dish, but you could, if you wanted to, put some cheese, or even if you wanted to put some cornbread, crumbled up cornbread on the top. That would also add a really lovely texture to it, okay? But I'll show it to you when it comes out of the oven. We're almost there. Okay, so hopefully, yeah, it's ready.
That was a save.
That was a save. So this is how it ends up. And I'm just going to put some onto a plate. So, and then get Tyler to have a little taste. And we'll see how it is. So this is the finished article. Oops. There you go. So you see how the gravy's thickened up.
It looks so
Potato.
good.
Cottage pie. So, Ty, you gonna taste it?
Yeah, let's do a switcheroo.
Let's do a switcheroony.
Let's grab a fork.
Oh, it's gonna be really hot, so please be careful.
Oh, it's banging.
Is it good?
It's banging. Oh, it's so good. Oh.
Oh, your eyes just rolled. That was amazing.
Oh, it's... Yeah.
Excellent. So there we have it. That is the finished version. Ty, take the camera. So we can just have a little shot of me holding a cottage pie. There we go. With a little bit of peace, a whole lot of love, and some... Was that love?
Yeah.
And some salt. Not from Mama, but from Kat. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy making this lovely, yummy dish.